Hi. Brand recording immediately again here. What? No, not immediately for you. For you, it's been 24 hours. I was sitting there. I'm like staring. Like I'm staring straight ahead, right? I'm staring at the menu. And I'm looking at like the Borgo. And like all the people down and deceased and I look at like Jeff back there and I see Claudette back there and I'm just thinking to myself like DBD has a lot going on. DBD has a lot of stuff going on. Like DBD has like I know a lot of DBD's popularity is built up and based off of IPs. Like that's where like DBD continues to succeed and you know obviously pull more and more people in is because they have all these IPs. It's like the Smash Brothers of horror. Like that's an analogy, a correct analogy. It's made a lot because it's correct. Is that's like the Smash Brothers of horror. It's like I can see Freddy, I can see Myers, I can see Pinhead. You know, like I can see all these like you know world famous IPs and play them and do all that. Even looking over there, you see Laurie Strode in the background down there by the campfire. You see Laurie Strode, Halloween, Jonathan Byers from Stranger Things. You know, very popular IPs. You know, it's like that is DBD's bread and butter. But beneath that all is a very solid and great foundation with the original lore in the game, which is very cool. Like the entity as a concept is very cool. A big Lovecraftian monster that feeds off of the extreme emotions of people. So it creates this endless purgatory of trials in which it is trying to suck dry their emotions so it can feed upon those as sustenance. And to the point where if somebody becomes unemotional, to the point where if they become just too stagnant, too indifferent to the trials that they're being put through, they're quite literally thrown away into a black void where they cease to exist. Or something like that. So I haven't read the lore like word for word in a while, but there's cool stuff like that are like legitimately cool creative ideas that I think this franchise has enough to really stand on its own. I mean, like just even like take a look at the franchise character, the front page character, Trapper. Look at Trapper. Trapper is, you know, at face value a Jason clone, right? He just looks like a Jason clone. And he also uses the traps like 2009 remake Jason did. So you're just like, oh, well, it's just a Jason clone. But you actually look into his lore and you're like, actually, he resists the entity. And the entity, in order to pull him in line to make him perform the trials, literally tortures him. Literally puts the little steel things inside his body to make him obey. Because he doesn't naturally obey. Like, there's just little stuff like that. That's just, like, so creative and fully thought out. And it's amazing. And you're probably wondering, like, you're almost 3 minutes deep in the video and you're not even explain your point. Well, you know, it's more of a rant. But where is the DBD media? Like, most of this is in, like, the archives, the archive cutscenes, the all the bios. You can read and see all that. But, like, where's, like, the actual DBD media? Why doesn't DBD have, like, cartoon? Why doesn't DBD have, like, a Netflix show? Why doesn't DBD have books? That was the weird thing. I looked that up in between recording. I looked this up in between recording. I was like, I wonder, is there DBD books? Is DBD on Audible? Does DBD have any books about, like, you know, maybe Dwight through Jake's first, like, being sucked into the entity's realm and, like, a short little story about that? Like, no, there's actually literally nothing. And I was appalled by that. There's no books. There's definitely no movies. No books, no movies, no shows, no cartoon. Like, it was really strange. I thought I was just like, I don't know. I'm kind of an introvert. I kind of live in my own bubble sometimes. I didn't used to be that way. I don't know when that happened in my life, but I just kind of like slowly became an introvert. So I assume it's just like, I'm living under a rock. I haven't seen this stuff, or I didn't look it up, so I just don't know. But like literally, I looked and I'm like, where's all the media for Dead by Daylight? Where's the extra stuff? Like, the game is great, don't get me wrong. It's not my top 10 games of all time, but it's my top 20. And I will play it until probably it dies. But, like, where's the rest of it? Where's, like, the adjoining stuff, right? Like, I look at like, franchises, like The Witcher, which started off as a book series, and then it became a video game series, and then it had shows and movies. It actually had movies first, but the movies are really bad. And, you know, movies and shows, like it expanded to a whole media universe, which was really cool and really great. Star Wars, good example. Star Wars started off as movies, became books, became comics, and those things, and video games that filled in the gaps in the movies, which is like the base content. And I would really, really love DBD to kind of like branch out in a way like that, where DBD is kind of like the main place, like the main hub where all of this started. But then you have supplemental content like watching a show, whether that be a cartoon or like live action, or watching a like a movie, or, you know, reading a book, listening to an audiobook, like stuff like that. Diving into this game's more unique lore. Like, some of the lore is really, really bad. Don't get me wrong. Some of the lore is really, really terrible. I'm looking at you, Jonah. Jonah, infamously, who said, "Wow, I'm a bad person because I bombed a third world country." Wait, no, I'm not a bad person because I bombed a third world country. I just bombed the wrong people in said third world country. I am actually the good guy. I wish I was kidding. They wrote that. I wish I was kidding. They wrote that unironically. And they think he's the good guy. That's like double funny because of the social studies background, but like, if you didn't know, that's bad. It's very bad. Does not make him a good person. Very, very, very evil. Yeah, there's a lot of stinkers too to go along with the good stuff. But like I said, with like the Trapper example, like there's a lot of really, really good stuff in there that I think could be expanded to a show, to a movie, to a book, to something, and they could make tons of money off of that. That's literally free money sitting on a table. Free money sitting on a table. And I looked at this stuff. Like I said, looked this stuff up. No content creators talked about this either, to my knowledge. Like, like where is that stuff? I mean, content creators they're like, not content creators, TM, like streamers and YouTubers, like my stupid face. But like, there have been like fan films that are cool. There have been fan films that are neat. About the good old Debbie Delight. They see the potential. They see it. Why is it? I guess it's got to be the ending question, right? It's like, what? No, I guess first off, the question of behavior. Why haven't you done anything? It was a question to everybody at home who's watching this video. Why do you think they just haven't like untapped this gold mine? Why is this gold mine just sitting here? Do you think they haven't tapped into anything? Do you think they just like they're too cushy? They're just like, I have all my money from my ASIM and I'm just gonna sit here and like. Do you think they tried things that fell through? Like, why aren't they capitalizing on this seemingly like really, really cool IP they have by expanding it into other mediums? Why do you think they're not doing that? Let me know down in the comments below. This will be it for today's video. This came out of nowhere. I did not plan to make this. This video was not planned. Pretty clear that it wasn't planned, but yeah, it just kind of came out of nowhere. But I was like, wait, where's all the DBD stuff? That's not the game. And I was like, wait, where is it? So yeah, let me know down in the comments below why you think DBD is kind of untapped on this gold mine. So let me know. Yeah, my brain is dying. Yeah, I upload daily. Did you know that? Yeah. So if you want to keep listening to me be stupid in front of a camera, I can see you tomorrow. But if I don't, yeah, well, today's the one.